mighty Ralker. Grant us the strength.
Back.
Crush. Ow.
Back. That's not good.
There you are.
Oh, right, this.
As you can see, our infiltrators did not elude me for long. Lady Ugiri is sending for an airship even as we speak.
Please get me out of here.
What do we do? This is a massacre!
How wonderful to see you, Commander.
Can I punch him in the face again?
Ill-bird. I should have known. This has to end. It has to end now. Do you not see your countrymen dying? Have your ideals rendered you blind even to that?
He's got plot
retreat,
armor.
And we will help your soldiers to safety.
Retreat? With the moment of my triumph so close at hand. You truly are a sheltered child, Leveilleur.
And also some
Nidhogg's
icy eyes.
No abyss is too deep for you, I see. But trust me when I say that such power was not meant for mortal hands.
That's what I was saying the whole time! Destroy them! But no!
How long have I struggled to reach this point? My countrymen, so inured to the taste of defeat, they no longer balk at its bitterness, shouting my throat raw with rallying cries, only to be greeted with dull eyes and blank faces. My brothers
We literally throw the eyes into the abyss like 3 times,
were it not for the glint of Lodorito's
and every
calling,
time they
I
come
doubt even
back.
those here now would have answered my call.
And cause some new form of bullshittery and danger. But do we destroy them? No! We just... Surely this time they'll stay in the abyss.
Free al amigo! Ha! They'll happily mouth the words, but they won't spill the blood. You say no mortal should wield these eyes? Then I shall gladly become a demon. I will suckle on the souls of the hopeless and liberate the homeland they no longer deserve.
Weird flex, but okay.
What exactly do you mean to do?
What do you think?
Did you hear their cries as victory was snatched away from them? Even with their dying breaths, they cursed the Empire. Never has their desire for vengeance been so raw, so true. A god has no need of faith when summoned by so pure a purpose.
Primals require significant amounts of aether to be summoned. Usually that aether is stored in the form of a crystal. It has been repeatedly shown that Nidhogg's eyes store stupendous amounts of aether. Wonder what's gonna happen?
Summoned.
Fucking toddler could see this coming.
You cannot mean to fight the Empire with a primal. You know full well the danger, the futility of relying on such power.
As opposed to relying on waiting for literally anyone to help him free his people.
Oh yes, I know their limitations. Which is why I
He's done his waiting. 20 years of it! In Old
Da!
Da!
Of the calamity itself.
Yeah, basically.
What? Here?
And even if you do see them die, don't assume they're actually dead, because maybe that was a clone, or maybe their soul went back to another reality and then they're just going to be reborn later. Nobody is actually ever dead.
Hells you will!
Nice try though, Yida.
mark a new beginning. My pain, my longing, you shall have it all!
I'm annoyed at the ending of the most recent Loki. I'm also annoyed that it came out at 9 p.m. on a Thursday. The story's a little... odd. Dum, 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 dum.
This light, is it?
Oh, that song.
His death completed the ritual. The primal is taking shape.
Well, can't we stop it? There must be something we can do!
There is one thing.
God damn it, Papa Limo.
What? Hey! Where do you think you're going?
Guess.
Master Louisoix briefly contained Bahamut by means of a potent spell of sealing. I will now attempt to do the same.
And what happened to Louisoix when he did that?
But that's impossible! We would need hours to collect the necessary ether, if not days!
Alphino, though I concede it may not always be apparent, I was ever your grandsire's finest pupil.
Tiamat, of course! The staff still holds enormous power, broken or not.
You mean it's a Deus Ex Machina?
Don't you dare, Papalymo! I know how that spell works.
And the alternative is...
It is time to leave.
Quite right. Quickly now, off you go. The further away, the better.
No! If you're staying, then so am I.
We're in the find out stage of the last several patches of fucking around.
No, Ida. There is a path only you can walk, and it must not end here. Not like this. Take her! Please, you have to take her!
You idiots threw away eyes of phenomenal power into an abyss in a world where flying exists.
What? No! Damn it, Thancred! Put me down! Thancred!
This is one battle you cannot fight. Away with you! Go!
You're not allowed to, but... I prefer what happens if you choose that. The illusion of false choice.
I I bid thee farewell again, my dear Ida. Now, let us see how good a student I truly was.
More of a mentorship. Why? Why didn't they let me stay? Ablima is my friend. Should have been there with him. And then you would have died. You could see it in his eyes, Ida. He knew what he was doing. What had to be done. Master Louis Swallow wore that same look, right before the end. Do you think I don't know that? I know, alright? I know! There's nothing more you could have done. Gilbert caught us all off guard. Even Archon was powerless to stop him. You must blame someone. Blame me. Just promise that you will never forget the Papalyma strove to protect, or the lessons he tried to teach you. Don't speak to me. Leave Ada with me. Go. Go on. Go back to the Rising Stone. The others need to know what happened here. Again, I found myself at a loss for words. But Thancred is right. We must return to the Rising Stones and apprise our companions of all of this. Okay, make your way there at once. I'll send word to Y'shtola and the others of your imminent return. It would be keeping with some of the themes of this, but generally, one of the rules for this series is the good guys stay dead and the bad guys come back. Where is it? There it is. Completing this patch is this quest is the end of the patch. Now, Xehanort doesn't come back. He just spawns a new version of himself, and that comes back. There's like 23 different Xehanorts. Twould seem you bring ill tidings, brother. Aye. Beyond the Griffin's mask, we found the grinning face of an old adversary. Ilberd. I know not how, but he had in his possession the eyes of Nidhogg, whose dread power he used to initiate the summoning ritual, even as he looked on. Maybe because instead of destroying the eyes, you threw them into the abyss again. Because they hadn't already been recovered from the abyss once, you know. Try again. 12. I understand. To attempt such magic requires every ounce of one's aether. No one, not even grandfather could cast it and hope to survive. Indeed. It was of our last resort, as I'm certain Papa Lima was aware. Thus did the pupil follow in the footsteps of his master, even unto the grave. I have as yet been unable to explain how Ilbert came to possess Nidhogg's eyes. The depths of the Sea of Clouds, a perpetual storm of water and wind-aspected aether rages. No mortal could endure such conditions. It's almost like we're doing battle with a group of immortals who could teleport at whim and don't care about that kind of stuff. And mayhap it was the work of an Ashen. But now is not the time for idle speculation. Kryl, I have need of your assistance. Yes, of course. We must inspect the cocoon of light and ascertain the state of the primal trapped within. Between our respective talents, I dare say we shall glean some measure of insight. Understood. I can't promise I'll be able to sense much through the barrier, but I shall certainly do my best. As shall I. Let us be about it then. Without so much as a by your leave. Pray forgive Ashtan, Archon Y'shtola her brevity. She seeketh employment, lest her grief deprive her of the will to act. A desire to comfort Ida doubtless compoundeth her unseemly haste. I, too, must contend with this grievous loss in mine own way. By thy leave, Lady Alize, I shall honour a fallen colleague with her gainful study. There exist writings which may yet further our understanding of this cocoon of light. I was too quick to judge. Surrendering to sadness and regret would be a poor tribute to Papa Lima's sacrifice. Quite. We must begin preparations to face Ilbert's accursed creation, without delay. The time we have was purchased at too dear a price for us to squander it. School's out forever. This will start 3.56, which is the final patch of Heavensward, and give us our third quest in a row with an orchestrion roll. Okay. Oh, okay. I wish I had more to tell you, but the situation in the East Shroud remains largely unchanged. Meaning we still have no idea how long it will be before... I know! Shut up, computer. Communication from the Alliance. One moment. I'm trying to finish something up. And we're almost there. Yes, of course. Our representatives will be present. My thanks. Word from Gdania. Council will shortly be reconvened. The Alliance leaders will have already begun to assemble. They wish to discuss the primal, of course. As of Y'shtola's last report, the cocoon yet hung above the wall unchanged. Yes, the elder seats here doubtless shares our concerns about how long it will remain so. I'm told that Sid Garland has been called in to add his expertise to proceedings. Wise decision. The more minds we have working on this, the better. Well then, I suggest we leave the Rising Stones in Tataru's capable hands and make haste for the Lotus Stand. Breaks? My breaks are like minute and a half breaks. I ate before stream. Oh, it's you. 'Tis I, Papa Lima. 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 'Tis I, Papa Lima.
word, if you would, good sir. This place, it is within the realm of Eorzea.
You're an odd-looking fellow, aren't you? Still, takes all sorts, I suppose. This here's Vesper Bay. Thanalan's door to the ocean, as some folk like to call it.
Am I to understand from your answer that I have indeed arrived in Eorzea?
Yes.
I'm almost
in
done, Mel, and I will
Eorzea.
eat when I'm done. I grabbed a snack here and there, don't worry.
A plain
Got some
response
bread,
at last,
some
and the
pepperoni.
one I wanted at that. My journey was not without its hardships.
Some
and I would
coffee,
sooner
that's
travel
very
by
important.
land than put to sea again. You do not believe that so small a bark could bear me across the ocean? Such timid little sailors. I had but to set my course and set my jaw till I made port.
When he just rowed across the ocean, just in a rowboat, just by himself, just...
Though, 'twould perhaps have been wise to lay down my oars a moment to sup on more than the spray of brine water. By the trembling of my limbs, I sense a brief repast may be in order. Nay, I will not hearken to the feeble grumblings of an empty belly. Duty comes before all.
God, man, are you alright?
I love this guy so much.
Thou art far indeed from home, friend.
Don't worry, we'll see more of him. He's fantastic.